Hello, hello, everybody. We have something different on the agenda today. We have hella loose gunfights. The rules you can see in the video description. Pretty much the squads are fighting it out over their area. And then whichever squad wins will win that round. And we'll see how this goes. Now, from an admin camp standpoint, I can't see the scoreboard from the console scene. And I won't be able to really keep track of anything. So we'll just see how these infantry fights happen. It's kind of like I didn't play Modern Warfare 2019, but that's what DLB, that's what King Wyack was telling me about. Now there was a gunfights mode in there, and they're trying to replicate this. And now I think we have the second. I hope DLB wins Ice Temple Monkey. Yeah. So now we have the second squad. We have an AT gun firing the Reacher. Yeah, Reacher's over there in the AT gun, signaling the start of the rounds. Wonder if he'll run out of munitions. We have 2 hours and 12 minutes. That's what's nice about the latest update, is that the server modifications, you can modify the clock to however you want it to be. And that will create opportunities for people to create new types of game styles. No longer you have to work around the hour and 30 minutes or the random midpoints. No, you could set your midpoints. You could set the clock to how you want. And I'm assuming Ice Temple Monkey or somebody else from DLB will be watching this entire time, and they can chime in to answer any questions anybody may have about the rules. Or, once again, I posted the information that I received in my DMs in the video description. Feel free to have a read through that, but pretty much it's just whichever squad wins comes out at the end of the round. Infantry pushes up after Reacher fires the AT gun. And we have Private Ram, Frank Not Frankie, Shock Trooper pushing below. It's kind of, I mean, you think of Search and Destroy. If you think of that game mode, for those of you who may have played it, I played it in Call of Duty United Offensive. Everybody has one life, and that's it. Frank Not Frankie over there getting taken out. Private Ram. Montcorion. Montcorion gets the frag. Now a referee from DLB is keeping score. Private Ram guns down Montcorion right there in the doorway. So maybe somebody from DLB can type in chat as to far as which squads are winning, maybe with the latest points and everything. Maybe somebody's watching. Now it's down to Tickle My Pickle. Tries to get a shot on Private Ram. See if POV working for Tickle My Pickle. Nope, sure not. Private ramp dodges out of the way. Tickle my pickle. Oh, private ramp sinks the PPSH shot. Okay, Reacher fires again, signaling the end of the round? Or does private ramp need to get taken out? So we have 3 raspberries down below. Or wait, okay. So if the squad survives, if one member of the squad survives, then the rest of the squad spawns in. Okay, that makes sense. And then so that squad continues on. Then they face a new squad. So you have King Tiger, King Wyatt, and Kareem down below. And now when Reacher fires his gun again. Reacher. Ah, the relaxing side of competitive Hella Loose. You can hear the birds chirping. That's how quiet we are today. Makes me want to turn the SFX volume up a little bit. Ah, the birds chirping. So beautiful. Never do I get to hear that. It's always chaos. But not here. We love Smithers. Now, I'm kind of curious if we're going to see any melee action. Okay. The signal is given. Everybody pushes in. This is so different. King Wyatt, he's the last one surviving. DLB almost needs a... like their own little overlay for this. Sort of like a mini web page, if you will. And I could put it at the bottom or something. Gonna have to think of some. Raspberries holding back. We have Tim up to the top. Is Tim a referee, maybe? Cream's holding. Grenade bounces. Don't know where that grenade came from, actually. Okay, get shot from somewhere. Alright, so that is not the same squad. I thought we were going to see Frank, not Frankies in squads again, but I guess not. I don't know what has more downtime, this or DMT. King Tiger. Kareem. Okay, another 3 versus 3 battle. About to begin. Headshot to the right of the wood stacks. Peeking ever so slowly. You can still hear the birds chirping. It's too funny. King Wyatt's taking his time, peeking around, peeking around, peeking around, peeking around. And kid-sized double buggy. Okay, down to 2 versus 2 here. Okay, I think the round is won. Yep, okay, Reacher's fired the gun. For those of you just joining me, this is a little bit out of my normal scope. This is a Gunfights matchup in DLB. The rules you can read in the video description, but for the most part it's 3-on-3, round after round. And we just keep going right back at it here in Kharkov. Reacher here is responsible for signaling the beginning of the round with the AT gun. You will fire the AT gun, which means the infantry can push forward. What's funny is that when King Y, I misunderstood what King Y said was, I thought we were going to see 4 squads of 3 fight it out every single time. But this is just 2 squads. So I thought it was going to be like 4 squads on 4 squads. But this is 1 squad on 1 squad. So I'll just have to focus on this little part of the map. And that's it. No, it would be funny to see players place mines and switch over to the opposite side and run into their own mine. That would be pretty good. Captain Spears, Gengar down below. Holding out for Shock Trooper. Shock Trooper. Go. Here's the footsteps. Gengar. Okay. Gengar wins the peak. And Reacher signals the end of the round. Soviets sitting at 1,700 munitions, 2,400 manpower, 2,400 fuel. Reacher has one job. He's doing it well. Laser focus. See if we can get him to look at us. Oh, there's that side eye. That was really deep side eye. Shijin, Timopt. Looks like they're up next. Let's get an action shot of Reacher. Beautiful. Perfectly executed. Tim opt. Somebody flanking? No, no. Okay, that's right. Keep forgetting we're on the Soviet side. Firing some rounds. Maybe as a Salvatore Shijin is still alive. Maybe Shijin is part of the next group. Maybe. I feel like they could do a lot more with the map of Kharkov. I mean, it'd be cool if they had some different deviations of the different maps. Like maps within maps. So every time you load into Kharkov, you don't know which layout you're going to get in a way. So you have Kharkov that's maybe a little bit more of the open, like this. But then you have Kharkov that's the urban sort of setting, because this is, you have a little bit of urban in this one, but a lot of open and ground. So you have maybe Kharkov. I don't know, because I gotta maybe look at see what maps they went off for the Battle of Kharkov. I think this one is the third Battle of Kharkov, 1943, after the Germans surrendered at Stalingrad. War Daddy, Ice Temple, grenade bounces, doesn't get anybody. One headshot from Mount Calion. Carion coming to the left. Ooh, who's gonna peek first? Oh, here he comes. Oh, I thought he was going to see a little bit of a shovel on shovel action, but not the case. I feel like if Hella Loose had some type of search or destroy option, then this would be a very interesting map home to cast. Like a little 6-on-6, maybe put the... Because in search or destroy, if, for those of you who don't know, you would plant essentially some dynamite, TNT, on an objective. And then that would have 60 seconds or so before it blew up. And the enemy team, where one team would be attacking, other team would be defending. And whoever the defending team was, then they would have to defuse it. I think that would really spice things up. They really need to open this up to mods. I mean, it'd be really nice for them to have some modifications in this, because adding a search and destroy mode, would be pretty sweet. It'd be like smaller servers, like, 10 on 10, 20 on 20 or whatever. I don't think you would be able to have 49 on 49 versus search and destroy mode. Silent Rage says, I guess they weren't digging the shovel on shovel fight. No, they were not. Yeah, shovel on shovel. If they had like a couple rounds in this where it's shovel on shovel just to mix things up. The round begins. Montcleon holding. Captain Spears. Oh, MP40 wins the day. But a shot to the back comes in from Tickle My Pickle. Okay, and Reacher will signal the end of the round. What does a T-Gun player look like? It goes to their feet? What? Well, now we know. Didn't know that before. If you go to the admin cam POV on a AT player like this, then it'll go to their feet. But yeah, search and destroy mode, domination, which I think was the point of that one hella loose mode. I don't know if it ever actually took off. I don't know if it was scrapped or not. Or maybe it's supposed to be released later. The capture the flag, or capture the flag. I mean, there's a lot of modes they can do and to mix it up. And capture the flag would be cool to play again. I miss capture the flag, man. Just capture, like getting the flag and then like running, trying to run and dodge the enemy, man. That's a lot of fun. Whoever has the flag, they are stressing big time. But then the relief you get from diving forward and getting that announcement to say your team has captured the enemy flag. Oh man, that was so cool. Then the shit talk that would take place. See, capture the flag, domination, search and destroy, team deathmatch, base assault. Base assault was fun. Shock trooper gets a frag there on Kareem. And Reacher signals the end of the round. God, so many Call of Duty modes. That would be fun. I can't think of Call of Duty modes. There's this, like, base assault. You have each side has, I think it was 5 bases, I'm pretty sure. Sometimes more than that. I think on bigger maps it had 6. That'll be today's poll. Let me go and put up that poll. Let me go do that real quick. James Wilson asks, what are we watching today? This is a special event, unlike anything I have ever casted before, from DLB called HLO Gunfights. It was based off of the Modern Warfare 2019 style of play. And they're trying this out in Hell Let Loose. We have a lot of different, we have 6 different squads who are, I didn't have time to put together any template to keep score or anything, but maybe somebody from DLB can keep, or can update everybody as to who's winning. And I can't see the admin cam from the, or I can't see the scoreboard from admin cam, unfortunately. But we can see the players, and maybe somebody from DLB can paste the latest scores, but each squad will fight it out over each round and against basically 3 versus 3. I put the additional detail in the video description if you want to take a look below. And whoever wins the 3 versus 3, then they will win that round. And then just keep going back and forth. They switch sides to being Soviets, then Germans, Germans and Soviets. So yeah, very, very different than anything I've ever casted. If you watched DMT, it's on my streams before, it's sort of like that, except with infantry. No bombing runs, strafing runs. Reacher over here is firing the AT gun every time the round is finished. He's getting paid top dollar for that. Reacher specialized skills. Knows how to operate the ATG. Went to school, I think he said, for 8 months in order to operate it effectively. Shijin going up against We Love Smithers. We Love Smithers, the highest paid player on DLB, for those of you who don't know, and for good reason. He knows what a good name looks like. Shijin. Oh, Shijin loses the 1 versus 1. Okay, and Reacher signals the end of the round. Although Reacher doesn't like to be on camera. Watch this. Watch this. Look at him. Watch this. Reacher? Reacher, you there, buddy? Reacher? Oh, he's falling asleep at the gun. Get this guy some Pervitine. Oh, man, he's dozing off on the job. Oh, Reacher. Late night, buddy? Yeah, get this guy a pillow. Put a little pillow next to the, maybe on the munitions. Yes. Very, very different than what I've casted before. Kareem holding down below. King Wyatt over there to the left side. Nope. It takes a shot to the neck. We'll go down here and bandage. Gengar slowly peeking, trying to find him. Oh! Went down to the ground too soon. One Blueberry still alive. Captain Spears was holding over to the back. Oof. Dear, right to the jaw. Pushes on. Captain Spears. Oh. Wins the 1v1. Okay, now it's down to Captain Spears and King Wyatt. Peeking, peeking, peeking. Looking. Nothing yet. Waiting over there for him. Reacher, waiting for Reacher to fire the round to signal. Yep, there we go. Gotta wait for Reacher to fire. Every round that is spent costs DLB around $300. Takes a lot to make those old-time munitions. When you live in the Netherlands and your coffers are stocked still from your vast Dutch East Indie trade from years and years ago, and you could afford things like that. I think DLB still has about 20 merchant ships, I think they said. Trading spices, silks, all around the world. Tickle my pickle. Blazed Off ENT asks, how can I play with you guys? This is a private event for the Dutch. However, if you are interested in competitive Hella Loose, you can join the Smitherscast Discord. Link is in the video description or on my profile page. And you could sign up as a PC or console recruit where you can get access to events like these. DLB is the only one hosting this, as this is on console. They're trying to show everybody that, hey, you can host events that are not the typical warfare or offensive mode. Something a little bit different. And now with the ability to modify the clock, set the points that we had before, of course, you can sort of be creative with what you want to do. Now, one thing that Hell Let Loose has not done, which I wish they would do, is add sort of like a God mode, where you can set unlimited resources and unlimited tanks, whatever you want for each side. I think that'd be fun. I think you could see a lot of creativity with that. Although I'm not too sure how servers would be able to handle it all. Moncreon. Trying to get Shijin there. Shijin just get one. 1 versus 2. Oh, no, he gets shot from the... Oh, tickle my pickle. Okay. Reacher signals the end of the round. Yeah, it'd be nice if they would add... Because, I mean, I could think they could do 6-on-6 tank fights. I think you would see a lot of creativity with that. Just make no rules. No unlimited Panthers, no unlimited heavies. I think people would have a lot of fun with creating events. See some really cool, especially on Kursk. Each side spawns in 6 heavies. I think that'd be pretty cool. Anubis asks, DLB and who? This is just DLB. Internal DLB. Everybody here legally required to speak Dutch. So yeah, just internal DLB event. Fighting here on Kharkov over... I even forgot what this point is. Mill? Was this the brick factory? Brick factory? Paper mill? Paper mill, maybe? Paper mill, brick factory. Not 100% sure. Waiting for Reacher to fire. It's so quiet. So quiet. Okay, Reacher fires, signals beginning of the round. That's it? Yeah, I think that's it. Okay. Pretty quick. Pretty quick one. Lumberworks. Yeah. There we go. Lumberyard is down to the bottom. And then the Lumberworks, we have these things here, which I don't know what they're called, but I'm assuming the tree would be loaded onto those. And then these could be... Maybe it would grind them or something? Or, well, it would cut them somewhere? And it's pretty enclosed. You would load the tree. Maybe, I literally have no idea what I'm talking about, so maybe somebody can chime in who's more knowledgeable than me. But you would place the tree here. And then this would have something in the middle of it? Like a blade or saw or something? And it would cut the tree in the parts that you want? Maybe? There's 3 of them here. This one for slightly longer trees? Then this piping doesn't go anywhere, I just noticed. There's no exit. It's just a pipe going up to the top. Very strange building construction. One frag there in Captain Spears. Gengar over to the back. Darth Invader. Oh, Darth Invader gets shot from a distance by Ice Temple Monkey. Last one alive is Gengar. Holding still. Trying to make every move matter. Every footstep counts as so much. Gengar knows this. Footsteps over to his left. Gengar. Remember, there's no recon or flares. War Daddy simply has to go by sense of smell. That's why they send War Daddy out and about like this. He's the best smell on DLB. Was raised by bloodhounds for 3 years of his young life. Growing a nose that is, I thought they said 40% wider than your average human nose. Pretty interesting. But in order to be a member of Competitive Hell Loose, you got to have something that separates you apart. And War Daddy's sense of smell is the reason why DLB loves him. He's able to get a really good, pretty good whiff, and he points to the sky and says, he's over there. Boom. And they zoom in on him. Okay. Raspberries down here to the bottom. for the next round to begin. There we go. Cody on stays back. Tickle my pickle. Fires some warning. I think he got one. He got one blueberry over there to the distance. I think he did. Sergeant Bronze holding here to the left. King Tiger tries to get the PPSH rounds on in. Nope. Three versus two. One versus three. No, one versus two? One versus two. Yeah, one versus two. Tickle my pickle. Yeah, see, they don't have War Daddies. So usually... Oh, Wyack is one over there to the right. One versus one now. If they have War Daddy here, then you would see War Daddy going on the ground like... And they'll be able to close in on him real quick. But not happening here. King Wyack looking. Sergeant Bronze out there. King Wyack. Down to a 1 versus 1, remember? Yo. Oh. Yo. Sergeant Bronze. King Wyack right around the corner. Oh. And Reacher fires the round to signal the end of it. King Wyack will celebrate by climbing on top of the woodpile. Winning those 1 versus 1s makes you feel so good. Waiting for Reacher to fire the round. Yippee, I'm lucky, asking Smithers. I'm a big fan. Are you already booked on Sunday, or would you be up for streaming a training match? I'm always down to stream, buddy. But usually the issue is that everybody wants to play at the same time. So I can't tell you how many people want to play at 9 p.m. European time on Sunday. Probably 20 to 30 matches at any given time at that exact time on Sunday. Or actually, hold on, between 8 and 9 p.m. European time on Sunday. It's crazy. That's usually the issue. Is that I'm like, oh, well, I can only stream for one of these. But as long as if you're on a team that you plan out an irregular time, like, let's say 12 p.m. Eastern on a Sunday, the match start time is, then yeah, most likely going to be free. 11 a.m., yeah, most likely going to be free. But for U.S. teams, it's like, hey, we're starting at 2 p.m. Eastern. Do you have a match? I'm like, yeah, there's 20 other teams that want to play at that time. So if it's at that time, most likely I will be, or I'll already have a match. Sunday night could be free. Saturday night, most of the time, I already have a match. Saturday afternoon, between like 2 and 3 Eastern, possibly open. Possibly. Everything adapts to the European times. If Europeans and NA teams would say, hey, let's play a little bit irregular time. Let's move it a few hours forward a little bit. Then yeah, of course. Most likely should be good. Frankie Parvaram. Gengars asks how you guys enjoyed. Gengar, I think we got to have, I think King YX sent me the logo or the team logos and stuff, but I don't remember whose team is which ones. We just need to get like a template to help keep track of the teams and to tally the points. Maybe somebody on DLB can be in charge for entering the scores for each round, and then it feeds into the overlay on OBS. I reach you here. I'm bored and deaf. That's funny. I could see adding like a little overlay, maybe a nice scoreboard thing at the bottom to say who's winning, what the current match is, to make it really intuitive for everybody as far as what's going on in the current match. Okay, I think everybody is shifting over to Watermill for the next round. Garrisons have been built for both sides. We'll go shift down there. That's what's nice with the extended time for the maps. You could just stay on the current map and then just keep playing it out. But yeah, that's when it comes to scheduling. A lot of people want to play at the same time, which makes it difficult. Trust me, I would love to stream as many games as possible. Love to really overload my schedule. Oop. Where am I? Oh, I think somebody I was spectating went to admin cam. So I was admin canning the admin cam. Gengar, I'm trying to place your message into chat. Max character limit reached, though. Go ahead and adjust these. Be nice if I could send pictures here. John Weed says, last month I played against Kaiser and Churchill, and it was an insane match. Oh, yes. Churchill, I don't know what percentages of his engagements he goes for. Like, okay, here's what I'm trying to say. I don't know what his kill ratio would be if he went for straight shooting versus stabbing. Like, I don't know what his pure shooting skills are. Yeah, this is the perfect time to ask questions, everybody. If you have any questions about Hello Loose, feel free to ask away. We have no delay today, since this is just a very, very small event. Very rarely do I get to run no delay. But now we have a fight with some elevation to it. Darth Invader, Captain Spears. Gengar looking to throw a nade. Let's check out his toss. Ooh, a little bit weak, Gengar. You gotta go to the gym, buddy. A little bit of a little bit of pee-wee throw right there. I've seen some nice nade tosses from some players, man. Like good, full-on things you would see at like a shot put competition. Imagine if you could shot put a grenade. May have to add a few seconds more to the fuse. Matt Klein asks, how were the commander abilities in HL Vietnam? Anything different? I didn't notice anything. I mean, you had the napalm. That was in Vietnam. It was the, I mean, there's just the one map that you could play on. The comms were broken. The comms were not good. I had a split comms between the leadership chat, and as commander, I was talking also in a squad chat. Like one of the squads could hear me, and then we could hear the enemy team's commander talking. So there were a lot of bugs, unfortunately, that made like true commanding not really possible for communications, because I kept talking and everybody didn't say anything, and I was like, well, this is dumb. And then I started talking, and then they go, oh, yeah, we can hear you. And they said, well, you're talking in squad chat. I said, oh, well, my button is red. And they go, oh, well, we see it as green. I'm like, oh, crap. Nobody can hear me. So, had a little bit of a VoIP bug. Breachers on the AT gun down to the bottom. But yeah, I didn't notice anything. I mean, Hello Loose World War II had that same bug for a little while. Maybe a couple years ago. Where you could randomly hear some of the enemy commanders and such. Or enemy squad leads or troops. So yeah, the comms were broken. Couldn't get anybody to fall back to play defense, but I blame that on the comms more so than the player base. Because when I was in a squad and talking, people could hear me just fine, and we were doing really well. But it was really funny. I kept calling out, hey guys, we got to play defense. And literally not a single soul replied to me. It was kind of funny. But yeah, I have a huge backlog of videos I want to make, but one of the main things is just the terrain, man. Oh my gosh. And the sound was all off. I mean, imagine once they fixed the sound. I mean, it sounded like you were in a raging firestorm of gunfire. Everywhere you went. I mean, it didn't matter where you were, really. Whether the enemy was close or far away, it sounded like you were literally in like a gasoline barrel or like a big tunnel with machine guns going on all around you. So that was another big problem. It's really hard to judge how it's going to be like, but so the only thing you could really take for granted is the terrain. The terrain is going to be gosh, I was moving meter by meter, man. You're taking it real slow because there's people in bushes everywhere. And the weird motion blur. I mean, I could have turned it off. Somebody talked about how they were able to turn it off. I just didn't. Or you had a limited time to do the demo. But the terrain is going to be just so different, man. It's not like you say, hey, let's take, I mean, well, this was just one map. I mean, it was literally just one map, but the tunnel, the terrain is just, it's not like you could say, hey, let's take this building and that building. It's okay, let's conquer this tree. Let's conquer this set of bushes, I guess. Now, once the other maps are released, I imagine there's going to be some more urban warfare. Like, there'll probably be a Saigon one that you could play. Yeah, I mean, I really wish they would change the node system. I had no nodes as a commander when I was commanding. I was like, oh, can you please replace this with something else? But I don't know. The tunnel system, which many of you may have heard about. If you didn't play it, then yeah, like all the videos on it say it's going to need to be nerfed big time. Because it literally is like a teleportation. It was like a teleportation thing where you go into this little, essentially, you don't actually go physically in the tunnel, which I was disappointed on. Because if you had to go in the tunnel, I could see it being a little bit better. But you go into the tunnel and then 3 seconds later, you're teleported to the other side of the map, essentially. And you could, if you're able to set up a, I mean, number one priority for teams is going to be setting up a tunnel system for sure. For Vietnamese. I don't think, I mean, the majority of the matches are won by the Vietnamese. But if you're playing the Vietnamese, oh my gosh. Number one priority, building a tunnel system right away. You build that tunnel system, you can dominate the map. You step inside, you wait 3 seconds, and you're instantly on the other side of the map and behind the enemy. It's a crazy ability. So that will be nerfed big time. Either they add something where you actually have to walk through it and your pace is slower in the tunnel, so it actually takes some time to go there. Because the teleportation thing is nasty. Like that just, playing as the Americans is next to impossible. Now, unless they build it so recon planes can pick up on them, like if they show us like a separate structure for the tunnels. But yeah, the tunnels will super be nerfed. But yeah, that's the only other things. I mean, the terrain, it's going to be, when it was just based off one map. So there may be maps that are banned specifically because of the, well, I mean, not banned, but much less often played specifically because of the terrain due to the amount of bushes and just foliage around, not being able to, I mean, I was moving so slowly because, well, once again, the gunfire was messed up. So as soon as the gunfire and the ambient sounds are fixed, then I could see it being a little bit better because then you can hear the bushes and stuff rustle right next to you. But if you aren't, once they fix that, we'll have to reassess it. Ice Temple Monkey gets a frag down below. But see what else. Tunnels, that's the main thing. I didn't get a chance to go in the boats, unfortunately. Although there's videos on it. People have posted videos. The devs have released them. You can check out the videos that they have on them. The helicopters are going to be an issue. Matt Klein, do you feel like HL Vietnam will be compatible for comp even after all the fixes? I think it's going to be depending on the maps. Once they do the fixes and they change the, like, if they release the full map pool, then yeah, I think it's going to take some testing. It's all about seeing what they put out there. Gotta see what the packages, full packages. Can't really assess anything based off of the closed beta. It was just one map, tons of bugs. Yeah, literally can't. Yeah, really can't guess anything based off of that. But I mean, the helicopters are going to be interesting because players that have played Battlefield 6 are expecting to walk into Nam and just drive them or fly them around like Battlefield 6 helicopters. But as far, I mean, in Vietnam, I don't know. It's difficult to say. I mean, the stuff that I've read has talked about the different helicopters, how they were used, and some of them were like really lethal. I don't remember the exact names. I haven't read it enough to memorize the names yet, but the different helis that were used in Vietnam had some serious firepower with them. But I think the helis that the HL Vietnam, I think it's set in the early war years. I don't think it's in the later, like at the very early stages, I think it's set in. I don't know if they've actually described that, actually. I don't remember if they said if it's like 1966. Maybe they did, or maybe they said it's 1965. Now that I think about it, they may have said it's 1965. Now, once they release the, later years of the Vietnam War, then I could see them adding more vehicles and stuff. The swimming feature will be really neat. Now, a lot of these features I hope they bring over to Hello This World. I mean, like, if I had to guess, I've said this plenty of times before, but my assumption is that once they release Vietnam, see how it goes, they're going to use that capital to fund a Pacific version of Hella Loose. They're going to have the terrain, they're going to have the plant life, just the overall environment, good draft of it with Vietnam, and then they're going to say, okay, let's go ahead and build out Japan. Let's go and build out all that stuff. I think that's what they're going to do. That's my guess. And why not? It makes perfect sense. But yeah, so we'll have to wait and see, and how just what maps they release, and obviously competitive players will be testing out every nook and cranny, and the competitive scene will be the one to discover the bugs, man. They're gonna, I mean, just like as we've seen in World War II, I don't know if there's been anything new, maybe within the last, from the competitive side, maybe in the last 6 months, at least 6 months that I've seen. That's like, oh my gosh, I didn't know you could do that. Think they've maxed out pretty much everything. There's been no new crazy bunker builds, ammo depot builds, tank things. Everything's the rag has been squeezed dry. When the rag has been squeezed dry when it comes to the Hello This World War II. And so when Vietnam comes around, you can bet your arse that the competitive scene will absolutely, positively do the same exact thing for Vietnam. Now, what will be cool will be to get some admin cam for some pub matches. Hopefully during the open beta, hopefully they allow make sure to add admin cam in so you can stream just some public matches and see what people do. That's gonna be cool. I read that there was a new clan system in HLV. Yeah, that's the other part as well. In Vietnam, last I remember... Oh, yep, I am lucky. Oh, okay, that's your name. I was saying, yep, I'm lucky. That's too funny. Sorry, buddy. I read your name little, like, piece by piece. But yeah, like I was saying, the competitive scene, I'm kind of curious how they're going to integrate that. Because, I mean, I have my Discord. A lot of people have found competitive teams through it. A ton of people. When I say a ton, I think about, if I had to guess, I would say at least 300. So, 300 people, at least 300 people have found teams through my Discord. That's just awesome. And I can imagine what the Vietnam number is going to be like. I mean, Vietnam, there's going to be a lot of new teams. Because the current teams right now, for the most part, are maxed out. Now, there are some teams that are in the 30s and 36s. They're going to get a whole bunch of new people that are going to be... Actually, let me write all this down. This is great. I'm thinking out loud here. This is great. But there's going to be a lot of... Okay, let me just write this down so I can... Actually, do it on my computer. Well, I can't. My thing is locked up. Oh! Was it okay? Yeah, I think it's okay. Okay, let me write this down in chat so I don't forget this. Vietnam impacts. Vietnam competitive scene. Can't judge based off of the current bugs. Can't go there. Sound was all messed up. So were comms. But it's just a closed beta. There are a lot of positive... I mean, the positive thing is, like, it's going to be a brand new environment. That's a positive thing. But oh yeah, so I didn't see anything on the competitive side in the main menu. Now, how they're going to integrate that, I'm super interested for obvious reasons. From my point of view, though, I have to really, think about new videos to get ready for, and who knows what the influx is going to be. Like I said, a lot of new teams, smaller teams will get filled up. Hopefully new teams arise also to challenge ESPT and LG. Yeah, of course. I mean, I hope so too. It's going to be most likely another ESPT versus WTH finals for the seasonal this year. Yes. I mean, Omen did beat ESPT one game on Utah. I think it was win 7, the middle point. So Omen did prove that somebody outside of WTH can beat ESPT. But with ESPT, and it's not a trend. Maybe I'll give Omen credit. They did beat him, but we'd like to see it being done again. ESPT, man, it's just like when a really good match is posted for them, you get all the heavy hitters. Their roster's like rich and shooters. And hey, it's their time, man. They're like they're essentially the 2007 Patriots of Hella Loose right now. They got, when they want to function, or when they want to really go hard out, when they really want to go all out, there we go. They can. I mean, I know the line isn't ready to face him yet. I know that for sure. It's like one of those things where, I mean, they want to scrim us, but then you just kind of go, no, we're not ready for you guys. Like, there's no way we're ready for you. Like, it's just not happening. What do we got on our schedule? Let me actually take a look. Like, there's, I mean, it's like if, I don't know, when one of the Division 6 or Division 7 teams, I mean, it wouldn't go that far down, but maybe Division 4, Division 3 or 4 wanted to face LGN right now. Like, hey, or LGN wanted to scrim them. Like, no, it's pointless for us. Take a look. Yeah, I think we have Omen later. That would be the hardest challenge, 82 AD, BFTB. And then there'll be the no prep tournament. That'll be starting in June, I think. Yeah, so that'll be HCA, I think. Yeah, if LGN asked me for a scrim, I would say hello. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's one of those things. Like, why? Like a Helios, we did so well against ESPT during some big matches because we had like dozens of matches together to build up that chemistry. Learn the voices, learn who's good at what. It's not just all about stacking a roster and sending everybody out in the front line to frag, man. That's not... I mean, there's been teams on that, on the PC side, that have tried that. And I think there's been a few on the console scene, if I remember correctly. But those teams crash and burn real fast. They may have some, like a big win here or there, but long term, doesn't really work out. I mean, I don't know of one successful team that way. a good team with coordination could always beat a team of random good shooters thrown together. Yeah. Yeah. Now, there's a certain point there. Like, there's a certain... Like I mentioned this, I mentioned in a previous video I've had in my Hello Loose Education playlist, like why teams lose. At the beginning of it, one of the top things on the list is the ability to at least neutralize the frags. You can at least win 75% of the gunfights. Or wait, hold on. Maybe not 75%. What am I trying to say here? If you're ever not able to win, let's say 50%, 50, 60% of the gunfights, so at least it's split even. Maybe 40%. Let's go down to 40%. Because you're not going to win 100% of the gunfights. It was a stupid statement. But if you can't withstand a front line, man, and your players are just falling all over, then yeah, you're going to lose the game. It doesn't matter how great your coordination is. You could call out supplies. I need support. I need to get a garrison here and there dozens and dozens of times. But if your players are falling all over you, then yeah, you're going to lose 100%. So there is the fragging capability. Now, if you put teams like WTH versus ESPT together, there's a mix of fragging and then execution, gameplay, game plan style. It's a really good, like the seasonal match on Carentan that I casted a couple months ago. Or the HTA match, I'm sorry. That was a real good one. That was a very, very solid match. I mean, both sides duked it out over a train station. Ranger had a really good backline OP, or backline garrison snuck around, able to cause a ruckus in the backline. Started to fold up the enemy's front door. See tanks make a little bit of miscalculation here and there. And then WTH had the unfortunate aspect of having ruins as the fourth point on Carentan. Oh, ruins! They were able to defend it most of the game, but then ESPT was able to wedge themselves in there and take them out. But then you see it on stream with certain players maybe being a little bit too aggressive, other ones taking their time, and the ones that take their time win the gunfights. It's a mix, man. There's so many domino effects in that game. It's just that at this point, ESPT is a conglomerate of all these heavy hitters from so many different teams. Because, I mean, that just happens. I mean, on the teams they lose, people get demoralized. They want to go to a different team, and they go to a different team. They like their structure. They're much more organized. And it takes a lot to build up a team and build up that chemistry. It's a lot of time investment. And some people just don't have that time. And don't blame them at all. It's just, what do you want to get out of the game? For me, I don't mind the suffering. I'm a Cleveland Browns fan, so it's okay with me. It's totally fine. Been to, see how many Hello Loose Championship games have I been to? 2, 3 or 4. I think 4 in various leagues. Never won one. Actually, no, hold on. I did win one. There was one we didn't win. I wasn't. I don't. Yeah, I wasn't even playing that game though. That was on Karen Tam. It was the first edition of the line that it was a part of versus 82 AD, if I remember correctly. Yeah. Yeah, I was benched that game, unfortunately. Yeah, so I never played in a championship game that we won. Yeah. That's the correct statement there. Had some fun, got a lot of good times though. Once again, it's all about what you want to get out of it. Is it all or nothing to you, or is it, hey, let's just have some good solid games. If we lose, we lose. Got some cool clips to go off of, some cool VODs. Those are the things you think about. Because you got to be realistic. I mean, I know where my gun skills rank. So, yeah. Okay. Matt Klein says, Vietnam having cross-play with PC and console be interesting. Yes, one of the things there that I'm looking forward to is being able to cast a PC versus console match. I think that'll be a lot of fun. If we get the cream of the crop from console versus PC, all hacks and Cronus allowed. Took on my pickle. I haven't even been commenting on this. I'm sorry. Taking some nice footsteps in the snow. But yeah, looking to see if we're going to do a console versus PC stream. Get that on the menu. Oh yeah, I do. Trust me, I do plan on making instructional. I got a huge backlog of videos I want to do. I have tons of ideas. Tons and tons of ideas. But yes, plenty to do. I think we have one raspberry versus one blueberry. Shijin is over there to the opposite side. Took my pickle down below. Scanning, but unfortunately no one to be had here. Looking amongst the trees. Oh, should you just see him all the way down there to the bottom. And Reacher signals and into the round. See how Reacher's feeling still. Okay, give me that side eye. Looking still a little bit tired. He's holding on though. Yeah, but the helicopters will be I think one of the most interesting things to see how they change, or how players use them. from a streamer standpoint, now it's like, whoa, what's going on over there? What are the helicopters doing? I didn't get the chance to ride in one. Every time I tried to get one, it was used up. People were. It was one of the most hottest. It was the hottest commodity. Now, of course, did see a lot of helicopters crash. It's one of those things where I really wanted to record it. It was like, oh man, I really want to record this, but obviously can't. But no, to see what people do with the helicopters is going to be super interesting. And from a streamer standpoint, like I said, it's going to add something nice and new. See what kind of innovative tactics people find. What bugs people discover with the helicopters. See if somebody figures out how to see if, like a helicopter landing on a tank or something. I could see competitive players figuring out how to load up or maybe land a helicopter on top of a tank and then drive the tank into battle with the MGs on the helicopter blazing. Oh, War Daddy taken out down below. I think Reacher has signaled the end to the round. Do we still have any more blueberries left? No, it's over. Okay, yeah. Raspberries won this one. Ice Temple Monkey putting some feed trees down. Okay. Yeah, helicopters, the gunboats. Got to see how the gunboats can be utilized. Maybe somebody will figure out how to load a tank onto a gunboat. Try to go to the training ground, but that was bugged out, I think. You were able to make it to a certain part, but then you had to swim through a pool, or not a pool. Well, yeah, it kind of was like a pool. But you couldn't get out of the pool. So you had to dive down in it, but you couldn't get out. So you couldn't complete the training. At least I couldn't. I tried for a long time. Couldn't get anything going. Jinxie, I'm not even going to repeat what the sent floating heart for 10 joules. Yeah, joules are a new thing on YouTube. I have no idea what 10 joules is. But thank you. I have no idea if you just sent me like 20 grand or something and now I'm going to get a whole bunch of jewelry in the mail. I have no idea what joules are. They're brand new, but thank you. Appreciate that, buddy. Is Wyatt in here playing? I don't know if I've seen Wyatt. I've seen King Wyatt. I haven't seen Wyatt, though. Gengar, Captain Spears. Okay, well, he says he plays in your tournament, so if you see him in one of them, can you please tell him Dalton said hi? I would appreciate it. Of course, buddy. Let me write that down. Sent gold coin for 10 jewels. I have no idea what this means. Thank you, Jinxie. I'll take a screenshot of your message so I remember that. Or else these YouTube chats go away. Okay, next round's about to begin. What are we talking about? We talk about the gunboats, the helicopters, the terrain, the tunnels in Vietnam, napalm strikes. Once again, though, as commander, you often don't get to actually see the abilities when you use them. So I was trying to get close, but I kept getting shot through a bush. I was trying to get up to the front line, man, and just the terrain, like the graphics, at least at that time, before they add all the options and stuff. But it was like a weird haze, almost like you had humidity in your monitor that you were trying to look out towards the enemy and try to find them. Because I remember I was defending on 4th and there was somebody solo camping against me. And I was like, where is this guy? And I saw him, but it was like this weird haze or something. Strange stuff. But once again, that'll be cleared up in the open beta, I imagine. Blueberry's lying low. King Tiger pushing up to the bottom. Do the POVs work? Let's see. Oh, nope. King Tiger gets shot right in the neck. And there we have it. Reacher fires the AT gun. Damn, he's been keeping his feet like that for a long time today. So kudos to Reacher for not getting any sprains or cramps. That's what I'm looking for. Not any cramps. Must have ate plenty of bananas for this. Grenades being tossed. Raspberry's taking the elevation. Shijin, Bobby Eden, the Tim Opt coming from down below. Doing a triangle approach. Bobby over here to the back. Each player finding their tree. Oh, thank you, Nils. I appreciate that, buddy. Try to do the best that I can. Although, with these, I'll be honest, I struggle with this at DMT. I really do. I haven't found a way to cast these smaller matches, or these non-warfare type matches, or non-offensive mode, non-warfare. Because I'm usually zipping around over the place, trying to focus on 20 different things and describing what's going on. But in this case, it's just, we just have infantry and infantry. And I mean, Hella Loose is, you think about it, a lot of people tune into Hella Loose for the multi-dimensional warfare. They want to see the tanks, the bombing runs, the infantry making flanks, the rockets, the jeeps, the half-tracks, the Luxes, Stewies. Just everything going on, the coordination from each side. But yeah, Hella Loose needs to add something to support the more unique game modes. Like I said, like Search and Destroy. It'd be really cool to see a defuse. You have to place a satchel or some TNT on a 88. Or maybe some Soviet artillery. And that the other team has to try to defend that and defuse it. It'd be super solid. Then you could do something like 10 on 10. Ten on 10, 15 on 15. I think SME Church would be a really good one for that. SME Church. Really heavy urban maps. It'd be a lot of fun. What else about Vietnam? We talked about the tunnels, helicopters, boats, terrain. Sounds were a little bit off. Yeah, I mean, learning the new gun sounds is going to be... You have to spend a lot of time learning those, obviously. And it's going to be one of those things where for the first couple weeks, you're going to be diving in. And once they fix the sound environment, that'll be much easier. Right now, though, no bueno. Kind of curious when they're going to announce the open beta. Grenade. A few more raspberries this round. We got a 8 on 8 maybe. Reacher is off the gun. He has to be excited. This could be the last, maybe, little hurrah. A final bonus round. Everybody versus everybody. Down to 3 blueberries. 3 raspberries. One blueberry left. Kareem. Kareem gets 1. 1 versus 2 now. Frank, not Frankie, approaching from the left. Private ramp up to the top. Frank, not Frankie. Oh, Kareem! Now it's down to Kareem and private ramp. Private ramp. Coming from the top here. Who is he? Kareem? Oh, Kareem. Peeks back down. Oh! Private Ram comes away with the headshot. Okay, Kikwayak has said that we are finished. Thanks, Mike. Okay, good. Okay, everybody, well, thank you for joining me today for this Gunfights event hosted by DLB. That'll be it for streams today, but we'll be live again tomorrow. We have a few matches tomorrow, starting at, just checking my calendar real quick. Yes, we'll be tomorrow. We'll live tomorrow starting at 2 p.m. for Grupa versus 9th of May on Kursky Yamki. That'll be a 49s, I think. I didn't think Grupa was that big, but Grupa will be facing them. And then, as of right now, then at 9 p.m. we'll have a charity stream console event. Let's go 1 second. Okay, and then on Saturday, waiting for the final matches to be announced as far as who's assigned. Yes, okay, and then we'll see what else comes up for. All right, everybody, thank you for joining me, and I will see you next time. Have a good one, buddy.